Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Wednesday night. I'm Melissa Thomas with C2C Stamping, and I'm going to pull us up on my laptop so I can see us and mute me. If you're here, say hi, comment down below. Love to see you. For those of you joining, welcome. I hope you like my hoop earrings. My daughter got some hoop earrings. They're neither one of us have our ears pierced, and she got them from a friend for Christmas, a very belated Christmas gift. And they're clip-on, and I think they look great. So anyways, I thought that was fun. Although this one looks to be making my ear very angry, but we'll see. Anyway, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, and happy to be here with you. we're going to take a look at the Touch of Ink stamp set. I'm really excited about this. This is a brand new, hey Lynn, this is a brand new set in Sale-a-bration. So every week I will be playing with something from Sale-a-bration, and I really wanted to get my hands on this stamp set and get to play with it a little bit. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and techniques, really easy ways to use it. And then of course, I'll talk a little bit about some more complicated ways to use it, because it does have some open line images that you could color. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Kathy. But then it's also got these filler pieces as well. And then it does have some sentiments in it. Now this is, oh, I'm backwards. That's okay. I'll be right words in a minute when we go down. So I'll write words us in a second. Oh, that's exciting, Kathy. So this is free with a $100 order. It is one of the more expensive stamp sets because it has 2 sets of images, and they're actually quite large. So I was surprised when I got it. I was like, oh yeah. And it says, it's 65% of the image, but this is technically a 2-step stamping stamp set, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So I'm going to flip you around, and hopefully nothing will be backwards when I do that. So let's do that. All right, here we go. Boop. Okay, so running this week, we still have a hostess code for, I'm just making sure we're all in the shot. Okay, good. I have a hostess code still that's running this week for the new, this is for my Super Bowl Saturday, which I'm trying to get my final RSVPs today and tomorrow for. So if you're interested in Super Bowl Saturday, we're going to do 3 classes. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll get PDFs for at least 2 of the 3. One of them's a kit, so you won't need a PDF for me, hopefully, for that. But we're going to do the 3 classes, the kit, Hello Dear Friend, the Dandy Garden, which I know I've showed you guys before, but I've got those Memories and More cards and envelopes. This is the perfect kit for a brand new, I want to get some better light. This is the perfect kit for a brand new stamper. So if you have people who are just, brand new to crafting and creating, all they need is a little bit of adhesive. And these are really fun and really cute and really beautiful. They're large cards. They're actually bigger than a standard card that we would use in America. So I like that there's a lot of room to write. I think the designs are really fun and fresh and spring, and I love all the bees. I don't know if I've told you guys, I know next week's gonna be February. I know, Kathleen. But Melissa means honeybee, so I definitely have it's Greek for honeybee. So I have a soft spot for the bees for sure. So I tried to use as many of the little bees as I could. But then we'll do that, and then we're also doing a coloring class. So you're going to learn some coloring techniques, and we're going to use the black and white paper for that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. So this is still the hostess code for that. Feel free, if you order anything else, that's fine. Just use that hostess code, and you'll still get something from me. But if you order the Dandy Garden Memories and More card pack and envelopes, like the set and the envelopes, and then you order the Hello Friend kit, then you're going to get that 3rd coloring class from me. So I know next weekend is Super Bowl, not this weekend, but next weekend. This weekend is my daughter's 12th birthday. Dun, dun, dun. Very exciting. So A Touch of Ink is a beautiful set. it is, as I mentioned, a 2-step stamping set. The sentiments in here are definitely smaller. The images really take sort of, center stage. I've seen a lot of beautiful samples with it. And so I saw, for instance, a really beautiful sample using the Paper Blooms paper. I thought that was really nice. But I always like to go into the catalog and say, okay, what did they do? Like, what was, this was a very simple 2-step stamping technique. They ended up using just the background splooshes, which is kind of cool. And sploosh is a real word. This one, they did just the line art, right? And they fussy cut that. This one, they ended up stamping the hummingbird, and then they brought in an aqua painter and just kind of, touched him up a little bit. This is probably, to me, one of the prettiest ones. And then this butterfly, I can't tell if they did kind of the same technique. They might have also done a rock and roll, although it has 3 colors. They might have used blends. I'll need to look this one up. We're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to get some paper out. All right. So we're going to need some Whisper White paper. And we're going to get we're going to do the hummingbird. Not the hummingbird, butterfly. I said one thing and meant another. It's kind of funny. And then we're going to need, for sure, the little hummingbird butterfly. Hello. Sploosh, as I like to call it. All right. So there's a couple things that you can do. If you don't love to color, 2-step stamping is a great thing because the images will color it for you, right? So we can stamp the butterfly, and then we can stamp, hit the back piece, right? We can also do something else cool that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to get Memento. I'm just going to get some black ink out here. And we're going to stamp our butterfly. We're going to punch it out in a minute anyway. So, all right. All right, so we're going to stamp him. And someone said, and I would probably agree, this is one of the most realistic monarch-looking butterflies we've had in a really long time. So there's one. I'm probably going to go ahead and I might stamp another one because we might do a couple of fun things with him. There's 2. And let's go ahead and we'll stamp a 3rd one. I'm going to show kind of a variety of little techniques with him, and then we're going to make cards with him. All right. So let's close that up. So one thing that we can do, and I need to we can pick a really beautiful color like maybe Mango Melody, which I think has some color variation in it. Like I think that you'll get a nice color variation. And we can bust open our Mango Melody and we can take our filler sploosh piece, right? And we're just going to stamp right on top. Boom, just like that. So that just gives him some nice color, right? He looks pretty, nice color, right? It's almost like there's movement, right, in there, which is great. We like that. Another option could be that we take the quote-unquote sploosh, right? And let's do some Flirty Flamingo, and let's do some Coastal Cabana. Let's make a really crazy looking one. And so we can get a little bit of this Flirty Flamingo on here, right? Maybe we even, kind of dabble, and then maybe we try to center that up. Let's see. And you never know when you play around with these. It could look great. It could look really wild. This one might look really wild. Just warning you. That looks really bad. That actually looks like well, you know, we're not going to say it. Shh, we won't say it. So you have a couple of choices, right? You can definitely, you know, add color, right, to the front. You could do something, so because these stamps are, it's made to look faded, we could also do something where you do a monochromatic look, right? So we can probably get like, sure, let's do some Melon Mambo. So we can stamp the butterfly in hot pink, because why not? But then we can also take the same Melon Mambo, and we could stamp it straight. We could also maybe take it off a little bit and lighten it up a bit. And then we're going to get something a little bit lighter and a little bit airier, right? So you can definitely do something like that. What I wanted to do, and I'm hoping that I can do this, is this might be too small. Okay, it's too small. So we're going to do something else. All right, let's do this. I'm going to cut a piece. So we're going to cut like a 3x3. Okay. And because we did this in yep, words, memento ink. Wow. Oof, okay. We can actually, let's see. Nope. Good. We can actually go through and we can color it a little bit. So I'm going to add a bit of the dark orange on the outside pieces. I'm going to get my, brushed it. And someone asked me the other day, they said, if I was going to invest in markers, what, you know, would you invest in the blends markers or would you invest in the Stampin' Write markers? And I said blends only because I just use them a lot. They're definitely a color that I go to, you know, they're a coloring tool I go to often for sure. But I think they're pretty forgiving to use. And I think that, you know, most people find them, you know, pretty easy to play with. Okay. And I'm literally, I just grabbed a whole bunch of yellows and I'm just working my way in, hopefully lighter and lighter and lighter until I get to the body of this guy. Now, I did go out of bounds pretty bad over there. And I will do, if I have to cut this out, I will, but I prefer not to. So let's see if we can, see if I can recover that. I might not be able to, we'll see. So this is the color lifter marker. It doesn't actually lift color. What it does is it like uses the alcohol to like push the color so that you just don't see it as much, which is fine. and will definitely survive. We need to color his body, you know, like a darker brown. So I'll probably grab like a soft suede or something and kind of color him in a little bit. There we go. There you go, Mr. Buddy. All right, there we go. Wow, he looks beautiful. Look at these colors. So pretty. All right. So what I want to do is I want to create like an ability for this to like shadow up, and I'm not sure that I'll be able to do that without fussy cutting him. So, but what I want is I'm going to stamp him in some black, and then I'm going to provide like a shadow. So I'll stamp. I don't really want to do this though. Maybe I'll just stamp him. Maybe I'll punch him. I don't want to cut any of it out though. I need a bigger punch. Hold on, guys. Let me go find a better circle. I need just a slightly larger circle. Okay, I got my framelets because I don't want to trim any of him off, and so I want this to be pretty close to perfect on him. There we go. Now I found it. All right, good. So, yay. All right, so let's run this through the mini boss. I'll do the big boss. I got it set up. Okay, good. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to have this in a way that, so now I think I can, yeah, good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut kind of the back end of him, but I'm going to keep the front intact. I will show you what my plan is. I know, I'm crazy. So the other thing I wanted to show was the back of the art gallery paper is very, see, I ended up fussy cutting it anyway, so it didn't matter. It's very arty, very splooshy, and I thought it would be kind of neat if you stamped on there. The other thing you can do is you could just stamp it on any kind of like patterned paper, but like the ombre paper would be really pretty, or any other, you know, paper that you have. So here's what I wanted to do all along. This was my plan. I'm going to kind of line this up. So my idea here was that you could create almost like a shadow of him. So I'm actually going to pop this up on a dimensional, but it creates his shadow. So I thought this was really fun. So, oh, I always love the back of the blend colorings. You're a lefty, but you cut with your right. Oh yeah, Kathy. So that's funny. I am. So my mom's a hardcore lefty. Like she can do anything with her right. Like she can pour coffee, right? My dad was a righty. My mom definitely is the one that taught me how to write and stuff. But my dad, like we didn't have lefty scissors growing up. It wasn't a thing. And so like I just learned how to cut with my right. And I never, like I picked up a pair of lefty scissors at some point and I never did it. I shoot basketball with my left. I do soccer with my right. I do tennis with my right. I do golf with my right. I'm a weird mix. So see how that creates that really cool shadow? So anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do and what I wanted to do with that guy. And I don't think that that's that hard to do, but if you wanted to get some of the art gallery DSP out, the back of this paper, so some of it has, you know, some hefty patterns on it, but some of it doesn't. So this pink, I was thinking these pinks and oranges would be really pretty for a butterfly. And then there was another piece that I thought would be really pretty. But how easy would this be if you, one that looks pretty on there. Ooh, look at that. That's very pretty. So I might end up, like this might become a full card for this guy, right? But I was also thinking that it would be fun to stamp a little butterfly on here, and you would get a really cool, you know, pattern. So we can do like, yeah, I'll probably cut him out. Oh, that's really cute. It's really cute. I like him a lot. So pretty. He's pretty. But I think I like all the colors in this enough that I want to make this part of my card. So I'm going to do that. The colors in this paper are, they're pretty, there's quite a few. Like, I was surprised by the art gallery paper and just how many colors were in here. So let me pull that up. Prizes to the first person who can tell me where it is. Haha, I found it. Yeah, so art gallery, so it's got Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Bumblebee, Pool Party. I think that this would probably look really nice with like a bumblebee, you know, card base. So we'll pull that out. Maybe Flirty Flamingo is a better choice. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, what do we think? Flirty Flamingo is the card base. I don't really love that either. I'm like, Bumblebee? Maybe. Think with me. Hoops of Coral? Oh, that's a tough call. I don't know. Maybe I'll stick with, I don't like it on Bumblebee. It's definitely not Mango Melody. Like, that's way too bright, right? We agree. That's electric. Looky. That's electric. That's way too crazy. I think that if I use this piece over here, I think that the Flirty Flamingo would be fine. So maybe we'll do that. Okay. And I think this is, you know, part of the fun of exploring a new stamp set, exploring, you know, new pieces, is just, you know, playing, right? And seeing, you know, what do you like? You know, what's your preferred medium, you know? And so with this, I think definitely, I like using the blends. You guys know that. They're my favorite. Nice. All right. Oh, that's pretty. I know. I'm not scoring it. Don't die. It'll be okay. All right. So here we go. Let's get ourselves all straightened away. So we've got our really pretty butterfly, and we've got our drop shadow, which is hard to see probably because there's a shadow on here as well, because I've got a pretty high-powered light that I'm using. But I think I like that way. I think I'm going to probably tie some twine or something around here. And I think because of the black and white, I'm going to use the black and white trim. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to stamp one of the little sentiments on the bottom. So I could do something like best wishes. This one says thank you so much. This is really tiny, the hello friend. I think that the other ones are probably too tiny. The thinking of you is okay, but I think I'm going to pick probably the biggest sentiment that's here, which is the best wishes one. And I'm just going to stamp it on the DSP so that, I'll of course move everything else out of the way, but I want it on the DSP. I like stamping straight on DSP. I think it's fun. I think it's easy. We don't always need a tag or something, you know, on top. I'll just stamp one just to make sure. Good. 1, 2, try to line it up as best I can. So I was working on, come back tomorrow to the blog, because I'm going to have a great blog post for the paper pumpkin kit. I was working on a project last night, and y'all, it was bad. It was really bad. I haven't had to throw out like multiple pages of product before. It's been a while since I've really had a blunder quite that bad. I want to tie a little bow, so I'm going to tie this a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to pull this around. It was very bad. I had to pitch like whole sheets of paper, and yes. All right, and then I could keep these like straight, but I'm actually going to cross them over so that there's a little bit more interest. And then I'm going to tie a bow, but I do think this is a lefty problem. I have to tie my bows upside down, Kathy. If I tie them upside down, they come right side out. But if I tie them right side, they come out upside down. And I don't know why that is. Oh, that one's going to go into the side. I'm okay with that, though. Let's see what that looks like with that. I'll obviously trim it a little bit, but oh, that's kind of cute. Nice. Then if we tuck that there, oh, that's cute. Okay. And then we'll trim. And trim. Cute. Switch it down just a little bit. Nice. And then I'll probably go ahead and I think this is okay. I think I can just flat run this. I know. I love both sides of this DSP. This paper is really pretty. I can see us making a lot of cards out of this. So normally I would pop that up with dimensionals too, but I feel like we've already got quite a bit of dimensionals going on here. So I think I'm going to just flat run that down as well. And it'll just be a lot. And then I am going to hang this off the edge a little bit. I think that is going to be the most interesting. So there, so we've got a really cool little butterfly that has a shadow, which is neat. And we've got a sentiment and really cute little bow. And then if we really wanted to, you know, step it up a notch, we could get our Wink of Stella out and we could just make it even more fabulous, right? And you know, you guys know my feelings about Wink of Stella. It's excellent, right? Because it's the only glitter that I allow in my craft space because it doesn't give away. It does not shed. And I think that it deepens and darkens the color, like when you're doing like any sort of blend project or anything like that. So there, so now we added a lot of Wink of Stella to our pretty butterfly. We've got a really cute card. Yay! That's funny. Okay, Kathy, that's good to know that you can tie bows better upside down than straight. I thought it was just me and I was a weirdo. So I love this black and white twine from Playful Pets. If you haven't gotten this, I would highly recommend it. It ties nice bows. It stays together. It's got a bit of a waxy coating. I really like it. So I'm sure others have heard from me how much I love this. But there we go. So a beautiful, easy, not super hard, you know, piece. I think we could do some other things. You know, we could definitely, you know, do him in like stays on in the black ink, and we could drop some color in on him. We can also just, you know, use this to the 2-step stamp piece to do that. But this is really nice. I've seen lots of, you know, the beautiful flowers and greenery and stuff too. So, and then don't forget the little splooshes, those little splatter marks. The splatters are great when you're doing like butterflies and stuff, like on a larger white sheet, because they kind of make it look like there's movement, you know, so that's what that is. So thanks, Kathy. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a really fun set. I love butterflies. I love all the kinds of butterflies. And I still have, by the way, so for the next 2 people who order on this hostess code, I still have a sample from the Floating and Fluttering. And I haven't given these away yet. So I've got 2 beautiful cards. So if you're interested and you want to place an order on the hostess code, that would be awesome. Share with your friends. Let them know. Let them see how beautiful this Touch of Ink set is, and how easy it can be to create something really pretty. So thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later. Good night.